Crikey. Crikey. She's a beaut. How goes it? How be your day? Your day be well? What day is it? Is it Tuesday? Only God knows. Only God knows. Give it a God. Godspeed. By the grace of. I am live. I am Rob. I am commentary. I am Sparta. Welcome to the show, folks. The show where we go live. Welcome to the show, folks. I hope you can survive. Oh, what's up, Victor from Sweden, not Norway? Ignorant American, thinking everyone named Victor Mattinson with 40 N's in the last name and double S's. That's a very Swedish thing. When you have well, you didn't do the double N, but the triple S's. I love that. I love the words that we put together. It's so weird. Night and night. One has a K, one has an N. What the fuck is the difference? Could you really hear the difference? Does it really matter? No. But welcome, Victor. Victor. We're going to talk about, well, there's a bunch of stuff in the news. There really is. Conflict of interest everywhere. And there's a great Legal Eagle video. He's a lawyer who does YouTube videos, which, my God, if he doesn't, go about things dotting his I's and crossing his T's and making his P's lowercase or whatever the saying goes, Legal Eagle does phenomenal videos. And he talks about the quid pro quo with Mayor Adams in New York. And I just linked the video down below because I'm not going to break it down better than him. I can say the corruption's running rampant. I can say America's new motto for 2025 is crime is legal. But what I want to talk about is generic art. I've been saying this for a long ass time. And something working in radio for 20 years, I understand that. You can't be niche. You got to try to serve the masses. You got to be the opium for the masses. Bays Marks, what's up? And if you're just joining, hit subscribe, then hit the notification bell. I go live every weekday. Amanda, hello. Victor, I'm playing Roblox at the same time as I watch it live. All right, what you in? Adopt me? Skibbity Toilet Wars? Strange Toilet Wars? Playing Roblox. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Ethan Hawke, one of my favorite actors. Not just because he played John Brown, my cousin, but he does some good work. I loved him since back in the 90s, Reality Bites. If you're too young to know what that movie is, well, it's a great coming-of-age 90s movie. Some of these movies, like Singles, Reality Bites, I go back and watch them, and they're like a time capsule. If you grew up in the late 80s through the 90s like I did, go back and watch Singles and Reality Bites. It will take you back in time to a moment where nobody looked at a cell phone because we didn't have any, and we had to find a payphone and have a beeper to get in touch with people. It was an amazing time. What's up, Emily? Good to see you, Em. I love you. But Ethan Hawke has a new movie coming out at the Berlin Movie Festival. It's probably called something different. What the shit is that? I thought that was a duck. That sounds like a European... What kind of ambulance was that? That sounded like a duck. I thought somebody stepped on a duck. Oh my God, sorry. Sorry. Did you hear that? It literally sounded like someone squished a duck. They were honking. Wah. By the way, Victor, I know you're out in Sweden. I like how the EU has ambulance sirens the way they do. Much better than the American sirens. It's the little things that matter in life, folks. Find joy in the little things, like the police sirens in other countries. I guess it's because I never had to hear them behind me. That's why I appreciate them more. But Ethan Hawke, a superb actor. He ages like a fine wine, whatever the fuck that means. His daughter, too, what's her name? Ethana? No. Oh God, she was just in Inside Out 2. What's her name? Melania Hawke? I forget Ethan Hawke's daughter's name. I forget it. Everybody know? Why are you sitting in front of a camera? Well, I could sit behind the camera, Amanda. That's not going to make sense. What do you want to look at a chair? What do you got, a polar bear for a thing? Polar bears are cool. Are those the biggest bears out there, or are they bigger than a grizzly? I don't think science will ever figure that one out, but we could try. We could try. So Ethan Hawke, his daughter too. What is her name? It's killing me right now. Anybody know Ethan Hawke's daughter name? Anyways, Ethan Hawke has a new movie coming out, Blue Moon. Apparently it's an offensive movie. I can't find the trailer anywhere. It's going to debut at the Berlin CNC Music Factory Music Festival, or whatever the name is. Name might be a little bit off. And Ethan Hawke came out and said something superb. Something I've been saying forever. So thank you, Ethan Hawke, for backing me up. He said, when you prioritize money, you get generic art, which is truth to the umpteenth degree. And I've always said, Mrbeast, because we're on YouTube, we got to talk about the A1 killer here on YouTube, the guy who is just taking them all out. He's like, I want all the subscribers. When your baby's born, make it hit subscribe. Sign it up for YouTube, make it hit subscribe. And he's a liar too, by the way, because he says subscribe for a cookie. I unsubscribed, but I was subscribed and I was waiting for a cookie. A lot of people I know, I think we have a class action lawsuit. But again, in America, 2025, the motto is crime is legal. So I guess we have no lawsuit because you just do whatever you want. You say whatever you want and nothing, you know, as long as you're the political party in power, there are no consequences. But I've been saying this forever. Mrbeast does nothing original. When he started, when he was like, I got to count to 10,000, which you could tell how many friends he had because he could sit at home and count to 10,000. Asshole. He did it. That was at least creative. Well, was it creative or was it just weird? It was weird. It wasn't creative. I take it back. Mrbeast has never been creative. He's been odd. He's done unique things. He's never been creative because counting to like 10,000 or listening to the Paul Brothers Every Day Bro, like for 12 hours straight or whatever he did. These are real videos he did to get started. I don't know if they're still on his channel. He probably deleted them, but you can look this up. I'm sure the Tony Hawk. What? Is it Tony? Is his daughter's name Tony Hawk? I think his daughter is Tony Hawk. Isn't that weird that Tony Hawk's son married Kurt Cobain's daughter, Frances Bean? I feel like they're only married because they're both famous. Like, I feel like Frances Bean needs a good man in her life. I feel like, you know, responsible for her. I love Kurt. I feel like, you know, partially like a dad figure to her. I'm like, Frances, your first boyfriend was a mess. Courtney has done a number on you, but you need a good man in your life, Frances. You need someone that is going to be supportive. Anyways, total different story. We'll talk about the Cobains later. I love Kurt. You love Kurt. I always think of those summers when Unplugged came out. You listened to that a lot. Big influence on my life. Man, I miss. Rest in peace, Kurt. Love Kurt. Man, that brings me back. Anyways, I know, I still love Kurt. I was just listening to Kurt before. I know. Whenever I hear Unplugged New York, I think of you. I think of those great summer. Man, I miss you. I love you. So we're on some Kurt today. Anyways, I'm getting so sidetracked. Stop doing that to me, Victor. Good Lord. Good Lord. I don't know if this is a live stream or if this is like how to diagnose ADD. So Ethan Hawke will never find out his daughter's name, even though it's on the tip of my tongue. Elvira is his daughter. Can somebody Google it, please? What is killing? Maya Hawke. It's Maya Hawke. Ethan's Hawke daughter is Maya Hawke, and she's fantastic. If you haven't seen the short series on John Brown that Ethan and his daughter Maya did, Maya Hawke. If you say that fast, it sounds a little funny. Maya Hawke. She's a phenomenal actress. She's so good. You could say it's nepotism because it's Maya Hawke, but she's a great actress. Go watch something that she's in and tell me that she's not a great voice actress. She's not a stunning actress. Just in her portrayal of these different roles that I've seen her in, she is so good. She was in Stranger Things. My God. But anyways, Ethan Hawke said, when you prioritize money, When you prioritize money, you get generic art. And that's what I've always said about Mrbeast. Mrbeast is generic art. He does nothing creative, folks. Before I came on the live, I just went to check his page again to make sure that, like, oh, maybe I'm totally wrong. He's doing something creative. Everything he does is what smaller YouTubers have done. In fact, I believe he's ripped off these ideas from smaller YouTubers. And if not, it is the generic what you think of when you come to YouTube video. $1 versus $5 million shoes. Let's smash a Lamborghini in a steel press. Survive in a pyramid for 7 days. It's the dumbest stuff. I want you to think about this, because they're creative. All right, Victor, good to see you. I live in the town over from where Kurt grew up, and you spelt his name wrong, squeaky wheel. Don't do that. I go into Aberdeen to do my shopping. Are you serious? We're going to take a pause for a second. I will shit on Mrbeast in a minute. Are you serious? That's so cool. Do you have a YouTube channel? Please film some Aberdeen for me. Listen, I'm from New England, so Aberdeen is probably like a second home, you know? You want to talk about depressing, miserable weather. It snowed on Sunday. That snow turned into rain, and then it's been below freezing. It's been like 4 degrees out. So everything is just a sheet of ice. So I feel like I would be really at home in Aberdeen. But that's so cool. I didn't know that, squeaky wheel. That's amazing. Did they save the bridge? The Banks of the Money Whiska, or whatever that bridge is? I know they were going to tear down that bridge or something. There was a petition to save it. Hopefully they did. You know? That is incredible. That's so cool. That is one place I've never been to, and I want to go, the Pacific Northwest. I feel like I'd love it there. Anyways, back to Mrbeast. I challenge you to find something that's creative on his channel. And I'm serious about this. I don't want you to watch any of his videos, but just go look at all the titles. I want you to consider this, because I know there's artistic people in this live stream. I know there are artistic people on YouTube that are creating such niche art, such creative stuff that maybe it even can't be comprehended yet. That's some of the problem with artists. They're so deep in the art that it's not for the masses. But that is sometimes the greatest art out there. And when you look at, I always think of Van Gogh, because Van Gogh, I think he died not famous and definitely broke and crazy. But there's a YouTuber who broke down his Starry Night painting, and it's like mathematically correct, which that shows you how I don't know if you want to say psychotic or genius Van Gogh was in his painting. I think Rembrandt died poor. Emily Dickinson, I want to say. There's quite a few. Bukowski. Charles Bukowski, I'm pretty sure he wasn't recognized for his writings when he passed. So I don't know if this is to inspire people to just create, if you're here on YouTube, if you're in the live chat, or just to say, like, when people push Mrbeast on you, thumbs down that shit and don't watch it, because it's for the masses, and it not only lacks creativity, but it just lacks any soul. And that's what we go to art for. You don't listen to music to go food shopping. That's why I hate walking into the food grocery store and hearing like Michael Jackson. I'm like, Heal the World was not meant to buy cereal to. What the is going on? Michael Jackson is in his grave right now. When you go into it, like, there are stores I'll go into. I'll go into Barnes and Nobles and I'll hear, I don't even know. I'll hear, what will I hear? I'll hear something. I'll hear like, The Revolution Will Not Be Televised by Gil Scott. And I'll be like, this is not what the song is meant for. You should not be able to play this at a corporate entity. And I'll freak out. And people are like, that guy, do we need a 5150, that dude? And I'm like, you don't understand, man. This is art. Aberdeen has a nice memorial park. Nice guitar in the park. Kurt was a huge influence on this town. Lots of people go to this bridge to smoke up. Yeah, I've seen, you could actually like go onto the maps and look, and people who live in the area post photos of it. I always do that because I like to, that's the other cool thing. Right now we don't need like what are they called? Like, not encyclopedias, but things like that where you could go and look at pictures. I used to love looking at pictures of different four-way lands. Now you just go on YouTube and you can see people in Aberdeen live streaming. And you're like, what does it look like in winter? You can see the Google reviews and people post pictures. They're like, we came here at this time and it sucked. Look at this photo. You know, I love doing that stuff because you get to be teleported. You get to escape to a different world where maybe you can't afford it. Most of us can't afford to go do those things. Anyways, back to Mrbeast. So I've been saying this. So what Ethan Hawke is essentially saying is when you prioritize money, when you make stuff that you're like, well, we have to make our money back, which the art's going to suck, because when you're trying to please everyone, eventually you're pleasing no one, because everyone's like, yeah, we all watched it, but is it good? That's why some of the movies that get some of the sharpest reviews from critics can actually be gems. Some of them are very misunderstood, and some of them I don't understand, but if you're an artist, please create. Please post stuff on YouTube. Please create that weird art that we need. There's a dude, if you like Kurt Cobain, since we're talking about him, there's a guy on YouTube called Bunk Bed Coffin. He does Bunk Bed Coffin. I said that correctly, Bunk Bed Coffin. And if you go see him, leave a comment, said, Rob sent me here, please, because I tell him, I show people his art everywhere I go. I tell people, I listen to him in the car on YouTube. I said, if he ever self-produced an album, I'd purchase it, because this dude, he is eerily exactly sounding like Kurt, and he does Kurt covers, but he also mixes up Kurt's covers and does like new renditions of it. And he also does originals, and all of it is fantastic. And yes, you might be saying, well, he's just doing covers and he sounds like Kurt, but he's also doing, it's hard to explain. You have to go hear his stuff, because he does covers, but he also does his own versions of covers, which is something I think Kurt would have done. He would have explored with it, and Kurt's not here, so we have somebody like Bunk Bed Coffin, who is an amazing, amazing artist. And of course, he's a small-time artist. But, you know, I love that Ethan Hawke came out and said this. And he also said, you know, if you, because I guess this Blue Moon movie is going to be offensive. And he said, if you want offensive art, you have to show up for it. And that's true. You know, you have to show up. You have to support the stuff that you want more of. Speaking of that, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I love bringing this stuff to you. I don't know if you could consider my stuff art. I have a bunch of videos on here. I love creating art, but do you have the time when you're working to survive? No, we don't. But I highly encourage you to read this article I linked down below, where Ethan Hawke said, you prioritize money, you get generic art. And I want you to think about that the next time a big movie comes out, like a Moana 2. And you're like, you can't replicate it. Do something unique. That's how we got Moana. Or whether it be Jurassic World, what's the new one coming out? I don't know. This Dominion, now is it like Lost Paradise? Who Paradise Lost? Jurassic Park Paradise Lost. I don't know. But it's like, it's great to see those dinosaurs, but why not take us on a completely new story? Why does it got to keep, you know, that's why, because it's a safe bet. It's an old safe bet that they know they could cash in on. And that's why you hear about these movie studios, or like HBO or whatever it is, like they're tanking these movies. They're producing these big movies, like the Coyote Acme movie. That was one of the bigger ones. And then they just canned it, and it will never see the light of day. And they did it so they could get their money back in taxes. They could write it off. And there's art that's being produced that will never be appreciated, because everybody's getting spoon-fed, force-fed this Mrbeast crap. And I always bring it back to Mrbeast, because he is the quintessential generic YouTuber. He's stealing ideas, and these $1 challenge videos survive 7 days. That's all he does. It's like he's got a schedule. It's like, we'll do a one verse $1 million, we'll do a survive, we'll do a versus wins $500,000. That's it. And then it repeats. That's all he does. It is so generic, and it's so disheartening, because what I was getting at is, think about this. Think about it. If you had the access he had, right? The resources, the access, the time and energy, would you just keep doing the same thing over and over? Like, I know he wants to have 8 billion subscribers, or however many people are on Earth there are, but would you just keep doing the same? Wouldn't you be like, let's try something new and weird? I've always said, one of my biggest gripes, outside of how fucking demented Mrbeast is, my biggest gripe is like, that guy can break the algorithm, and he's trying to conform to it. He got to the biggest place there is in YouTube, and he's trying to conform to the algorithm even more. And I thought, what a waste of space. Like, you could tell this kid, he might be a good exploitationist. He might be good at running. Well, he's not even good at running a business. His mom does it for him. He might be good at, I don't know what he's good at, but he's certainly fucking not good at ideas, okay? Because he could say, I know the algorithm wants this, and quick edits and horribly fast. Like, he even said, I studied the algorithm, and if I talk at the camera without other things flashing for 10 seconds, people look away. And I'm like, doesn't that show you something? that we want art that people don't have to look away? Why don't you have something more compelling instead of just flashing stuff in front of their eyes, like jingling keys in front of a baby? Like, serious. Like, he could have taken the algorithm and made it conform to his will, being the biggest YouTuber. And instead he went and he said, I'm going to conform to the algorithm's will. It is such a waste of space. I'm telling you, man, when I get big enough, I'm going to bend that algorithm. We're going to make it so small artists get heard. All right, so that's what I want to bring to you, because this Ethan Hawke thing, I thought it was so brilliant. I've never put it like that, but I've had that same sentiment that when you prioritize money, you get generic art. And think about that, whether it be music, movies, writing, YouTube, I don't know, whatever else we have in this day and age, the virtual world, when you try to please everybody, I mean, it just becomes so generic and so watered down that is it even art anymore? What's up, Solus? Good to see you. Hey, why isn't your thing blue? Weird. That's really weird. Anyways, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm Rob. I go live every day, every weekday. That's so weird, Solus. I don't know what happened. Maybe. Oh, okay. I'll make sure that nothing happened to your account. Join our Discord, by the way. Solus help build that thing out, build it up. Amazing job. Thank you. Good to see you, Solus. Oh, you get a shadow ban. God, that sucks. That's the other thing. You know it's suspect when the rules are generic community guidelines. Like, that's suspect in itself. But yeah, that phrase that Ethan Hawke said, when you prioritize money, you get generic art, applies to everything. You know, you're going to get a bunch of Aerosmiths everywhere. Your movies are going to be Aerosmith music. Your writing is going to be Aerosmith writings. It's all going to be Aerosmith. We don't want a world like that, okay? I don't want a world where everywhere I walk, I feel like I'm shopping for cereal. Okay? Understood? Thank you. All right, class dismissed, everybody. Have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow. So hit subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you can join me tomorrow. I love the dialogue. I love seeing you guys. Cool squeaky wheel. Thank you for sharing that you live in Aberdeen. I hope you make some videos. Make some videos about your local area. You know, this is a beautiful thing about the day and age we live in. You can film stuff and, you know, people can see inside of your life. Have a great day, Solus. Let's try to connect on Fortnite later. Oh, new update this Friday. Let's definitely get down. Let's get into a duos this Friday. All right, everybody, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Please go read the article about Ethan Hawke and what's it, Richard Linklater. I know that name. I just couldn't tell you who he is, but probably some important movie dude. If somebody said his work, I'd probably definitely recognize it. But Ethan Hawke was the one important one for me, and he's going on the right trajectory. Bays, good to see you. Bays. All right, guys, please hit subscribe. Support little artists like myself. Is there an artist? That would be a cool rap name, Little Artist. Actually, that'd be a horrible rap name. Never mind, I take it back. Nobody go by the rap name Little Artist. Remember when everybody's going by Lils? Lil Bow Wow? What happened when they grow up? Did they keep that? Anyways, these are questions we need answered, folks. All right, guys, that's it for me. Please hit subscribe. I need you guys to subscribe. Support the work. Support the art. Hit the little thumbs up. Yeah, I remember you, Bays. 100%. Were you here yesterday or you've been here? Bays Marks. That sounds like an artist name in itself. Oh, you read the latest from Bays Marks? Oh, yeah, I did. It was good stuff. All right, hit that little thumbs up, please, and hit subscribe. I appreciate you. And to all the new subscribers, much love and respect. I appreciate you. Couldn't do it without you guys. All right, that's it for me. Peace.